We are back, Shap, in the morning for this Thursday on my son's 17th birthday, by the way. And we have DJ Franchise from 101.1, right?
Yes, sir.
Another morning show. And I'm putting your morning show on my station.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yeah, a 90s, 2000s, 2010s today, radio TV station. And you'll be on 9 o'clock in the morning after D-Shop in the morning. But your show on 101.1, what time does that air?
That's Monday and Tuesday, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m.
So we're on the same time. So it's Mondays?
Monday and Tuesday,
yep.
6 a.m. to 11 a.m.
And just 2 days, Monday and Tuesdays?
I'm on Sunday in the afternoon.
Oh.
And then we do a recap on Fridays because the rest of them have to work. So it's me by myself. So on Friday, we just recap the week, Friday mornings.
Okay. So those days, actually, because my show's on all day, okay?
Yeah.
So even if they want, because I'm advertising your show, and when your show's on 101.1, people can always go to my show afterwards. So and you put yours in archive. So even if you just want to, now the iHeartRadio is only about an hour. So
because there's no music, so it's just the segment.
So it's the same show but no music.
No music.
So even if you miss 101.1, you can hear it on my 90s, 2000s, 2010s. So no matter what, even I always advertise it like sometimes if people don't have time to go on at 6 a.m., they can always go on afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people do.
A lot of people do. And like mine, I mean, I advertise it for 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. so compete with the other stations, like, you know.
Yeah, I know.
but because we're not going to mention the other stations because I'll mention 101.1 and your DJ Franchise, but the other stations, like the big boys, you know.
Who don't support us, I know.
Exactly. But I consider us, we're the big boys, okay? I'll tell you why, okay? Because my friend Dylan, okay, who you going to meet tonight, okay? Because I want you to come on the episode monthly show tonight with your co-host Razor, aka Ms. Rhodey. So I always tell Dylan, I mean, hello, I go down to Atlanta every year, okay, and I promote from Maine all the way down to Atlanta, okay. So we're just not local, we're national, we're worldly, okay, okay. Me and you should be bigger than those stations in Boston, Rhode Island, and all those other shows, you know?
We're trying.
Right?
We was nominated in the awards, but we lost to the radio station in Boston.
Oh, really?
But not podcast of the year, but what do you call it? It was podcast of the year, yeah. And we lost to the other radio station in Boston, the big station.
Oh my God! Yeah, and you know, I've interviewed some big stations in Boston. I've interviewed those DJs because when I do the walkathons, they were gracious enough to be on my show. You know, I've interviewed Romero. You know, I've interviewed Pebbles. I've interviewed. You know, I started out being a DJ. No, I mean being a intern for Mike Butts in the morning back in the day. Yeah, Mike Butts in the morning, and that's in the 90s. That's in the 90s, you know. And Mike Butts lives in Des Moines, Iowa now, you know. And I've had Tony Petrarca on my show before, you know. And I've interviewed Akon before, you know, and it's great. What some celebrities have you interviewed in your show?
We've had Boo Boo the Boxer, we've had him on our show. We've had Governor Dan McKee, he's been on our show.
I've interviewed him too.
We've had him on our show too. We just had somebody that got signed to he's a rapper, Benny the Butcher.
Okay.
We had two of his artists come down last week, actually. They came down last week.
He's a butcher?
Benny the Butcher?
So
yep, he signed two artists. Both those artists came to our show.
Hey, his artists are the meat and the potatoes. Get it? Because he's a butcher, right? Hey, that's my radio sense of humor. Hey, I'm telling you, tonight you're gonna be my co-host Dylan, right? And every time I tell a corny joke, or especially cringy joke, not a corny joke, because I tell a lot of corny jokes, but the cringy jokes, he'll leave. Okay, just like just like Stephen A. Smith leaves or whoever leaves, you know, he'll leave Because when we were doing a show at Salem State Radio, he used to leave the room so many times when we were on the air together. That's how I met my friend Dylan, you know? And I was right across the street from Salem State, okay? And he was a student, and he used to come on my show, and then his show was after mine, and to this day, we still work together, so it is cool. It is cool. So you're at the Brown station. I used to be on
Yeah,
well, not WBIU, the other one, WELH,
ELH.
yeah, in the same studio.
Alternative system.
Yeah, and it's in the same room, third floor up in Brown University.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Still up there too.
yeah, and so tell me what's the you had to get up early to do your show live, huh? And I had to get up early too. What's the what drives you to get up early to do a morning show like I do?
You gotta love to do it. You
Yeah.
absolutely gotta love to do it. You
Yes.
have to want to have the passion to do it. So even when I'm tired, coming in from the clubs at 2 in the morning, I still get up at 5:30 because I want to do. I like to do it.
That's funny.
It starts my day and everybody else's day too.
It's funny because I DJ at Pawtucket Patriot Bar and Grill. Sometimes I'm a karaoke DJ, and sometimes I've missed the mark. You know what I'm saying? And
Oversleep.
oh my god! And sometimes, like I tell my fans, it's technical difficulty, which it is because your body's technical difficulties.
Technically tired.
Yes.
Technically tired.
Technically tied. I did a lot of holiday work until, but the secret of the sauce is you got to put I tape the show like we're taping now, you know, because if people think this is live, you know. Now you tape your show sometimes too, right?
If I know I'm going to be late, I'll pre-record our first 3 segments.
So
I'll pre-record the news and everything, and I'll let that run from 6 to 6:45 until I get there. If I know I'm going to be running late.
And you could just put it on the radio on 101.1, just let it go there, like how do you do that how, from your house or?
When COVID hit, everything was closed down, so they brought us all these ISD boxes, so we was able to do it from home.
So that's cool. So sometimes, you know, like I'll tell you, like I told Razor, I've been on interviewed on other stations, you know, and these big stations. Sometimes you think the DJs are there. They're not there. It's a ghost town.
They're not there.
It's a ghost town. Hey, want to play some more music? I want to invite you to the middle of the show. If you can stay here, we'll be back. Shap in the morning with DJ Franchise. All right?
We here.
Yes.